People are chatting. It is finally the wedding. My lord is getting married. What a beautiful bride. However, is the groom not here yet? Nadia thought. For some reason, I have never seen him before either. Everyone is just staring at me. I want to run away. Once upon a time, a girl was born to a certain marquis. The girl looked like pink cotton candy, grew up well, and was beloved by her parents. But perhaps because she was a very sweet girl, she was very shy and weak-hearted. Even talking to people was difficult for her. She preferred reading over noble ladies' parties and tea gatherings, but the day came when the girl had to attend a dance party. She had to go to the party that day no matter what. On the day she arrived at the celebration hall, she held back her tears. She looked at that girl, Avelina, the heroine of the novel. When Nadia saw Avelina shining more than anyone else there, she realized instantly that this was the world of a novel. In my previous life, I was a shy and weak-hearted person, just as I am now. I was afraid of even trivial things. Dealing with people, in particular, was really difficult and exhausting. I couldn't live like that, so I read miserable novels to gain courage. I can't believe I was reborn as Nadia, a minor character in the novel. Why was reading that novel the problem? Once I realized this place was the novel, something occurred to me, and I remembered, in the original story, Nadia, meaning I, will die by decapitation. Now, back in the present, a person spoke. I am afraid my lord will be a little late. I will just be the groom's stand-in so you can continue the ceremony. Nadia thought, that's right. Now, let's move forward. This marriage must succeed, no matter what others say. Then the marriage ceremony started. Nadia thought, now all I have to do is sign here. Now I can escape those gazes, but I am sure people will laugh at me for being a bride who married without a groom. This will be my last signature with this name. The priest spoke. Now, please, the groom's stand-in, sign as well, Nadia thought, and this confirms that the bride has been abandoned by the groom on the very first day of the wedding. Suddenly, the duke came and said, it seems I am late. Nadia thought, what the hell is this smell? It smells like something, the smell of iron, blood. Sometime before, Nadia thought, this is a devastating romantic novel that claims victims with every page you turn. Nadia, the character I portray, was one of the many casualties. If it weren't for this hair, I wouldn't even know what novel I am in. Nadia, a secondary character among secondary characters. Even such a small supporting character is beheaded. Knowing the future of death, the answer is simple, let's leave the capital. Normally, if you are reincarnated in a book, you quickly know you could change your destiny. It's all fiction, so it is possible. Melissa came and spoke. What are you doing there alone? You are a debutante. Nadia replied, I am a little scared. Melissa told her, if I were you, I would enjoy it more. That's enough. Let's go in. Your uncle was looking for you. 3 years after the debut, Melissa said, I hear you are getting married, after your parents died in a carriage accident, and since my father became marquis, I thought we would continue living together. Do you even have wealth, or are you good at socializing? Well, it's better to get married very soon, just because your face is worth seeing. Nadia thought, if my parents were alive, I would have had other options. Marriage was the only option left. Marriage is scary, but it is 100 times better than being beheaded. My uncle was excited to find me a fiancé. Melissa told her, do you know his hair is just like a dog's fur? The one you are going to marry is from the eastern border. He is famous for being boring. Nadia replied, that's true. Melissa thought, her reaction is really boring. Then she said, I am telling you this because I am worried about you. That person. He is ugly and he's a bastard. Nadia asked, what? Melissa replied, yes, but don't be discouraged. I don't think you have to spend the first night together. He can't even walk properly. He is not in good health, so he might die soon. After that, if you enjoy your life freely with an inheritance, you will say that the Baron was a beggar. Nadia thought, my uncle must have found a worse marriage than I thought. For me, saving my life was more important than anything else, so I proceeded with the marriage quickly. Now, back in the present, Nadia thought, there is so much blood. I have a phobia of fainting when I see blood. When I see that red color, I want to forget. However, an unforgettable memory comes to mind. But I can't look ugly and faint right now. My life depends on this. Wake up, Nadia. You can't fall here. Who is that person? It looks like, is that man the lord of this place who will be my husband? I heard the person who would become my husband couldn't even walk properly. What I heard is different, the blood on his face, but it's the first time I've seen this face. But why do I feel so cheated? I think I have seen him somewhere. He is late, but I am glad he has come. By the way, Melissa's words were wrong. She said he was an ugly guy, but he is handsome. Appearing with blood, not to mention disability. I am a fool for believing Melissa again when I knew she was lying. By the way, his name is Altair Aylesfords. Now I know what a feeling of déjà vu is. With hair black as coal, ruby red eyes, and a mole under his left eye, his general appearance is cold and hard, stunning. The name Altair, the most terrifying character in the novel, the one who slit Nadia's throat, he is that crazy villain Duke. Why is he here? I'm sure I've read the novel dozens of times. This man later achieved great accomplishments on the battlefield, earned the new title Zetland, and became a duke. I was so preoccupied with thoughts of leaving the capital, that I completely forgot the villain came from a noble border family. It's unfair. Just for 1 year, I want to live normally like anyone else and die a natural death. No, calm down. A villain can't be evil from birth. Since the original story hasn't started yet, I have to rehabilitate him somehow so he doesn't become a villain. There are no truly bad villains in the world. Why can't I imagine it? I will see his face again. I'm scared. Why is he looking at me like that? Now that I think about it, why is everyone so calm? The man appeared covered in blood like this. A knight asked, "Have you delayed them all?" Altair replied, "Yes, I definitely killed them all. I kept one of them alive just enough so he won't die. So let's let him speak, and you there. Take care of yourself from now on." Nadia asked, "What?" Altair stated, "I'm telling you to come to your senses. If you act foolishly, your head might roll at any time, so don't make me cut my wife's head off with my own hands. Is that clear?" Nadia thought, "Oh my God, you're a great villain," even before the novel started, and she fainted. After that, at Altair's castle, Altair asked, "What is the problem with her?" The doctor replied, "I think she must be very tired from the long trip today. There is no big problem, so don't worry." Altair asked, "Do people faint when they're tired? I've never heard of that before." The doctor replied, "Well, unlike you, sir, normal people do. It seems she is particularly weak. I think you need to pay more attention to her." Altair thought, a very useless wife. After that, Knight Aylesford said, "Sir." Altair replied, "What?" The knight spoke, "Please, you have to correct that tone. That kind of tone would scare her." Altair asked, "What are you talking about? I said it as nicely as possible. What's the problem?" The knight replied, "It's easy for us to address each other with that tone of voice, but it's too strong for a lady, and please be nice to her. Are you intimidated by the prospect of leaning in right now?" Altair asked, "Should I be even nicer? I even caught the man who tried to kill her." The knight replied, "They were after us in the first place because of our circumstances, weren't they? I'm sure they are from Belial, and since you, sir, are without an heir and are getting married, they were targeting the lady. Don't forget why you got married. You need to have an heir as soon as possible. Time is running out today, so why don't you have dinner together tomorrow? Or you could prepare it yourself and present it to her, but before being a husband, you have to be human." Altair replied, I know. Do you think I'm an idiot?" The knight said, "I will do my best to help you. I'll just go, sir. You know how to spend the night with your wife, right?" Altair asked, "What kind of question are you asking?" The knight replied, "You'll wake the lady up. If that happens, she'll be scared again. It's your first time, sir." "Oh, sir, I'm sorry." The next day, Nadia thought, "What is this? It looks like my future will be a disaster, but it's clean. I think no one has come all night. Is it really this simple since day one? This is a relief. I'm hungry. It's funny that I'm hungry even in this situation. No, what am I thinking? If I'm hungry, it's because I'm still alive. I just need to wake up and try to make things go well from now on. I'm the one who decided to leave the capital. That's why I chose to get married. I also accepted my uncle's choice for my husband. Yes, all of this is my choice. Now is not the time to keep trembling. First of all, I need to fill my stomach, then I'll have the energy to start anything." Someone will come, right? After some time, she thought, how weird, it's time for someone to come, even if it's not for the meal. Won't someone come to help with the makeup? Impossible. Do the employees at this place know what happened during the wedding? Well, they might be ignoring me because I'm not welcome by the owner. Apparently, it's the same old thing, I'm not welcome here either. No, I am the wife who was neglected. Even during my first wedding night, I only brought a small dowry, and no one wants to approach me. Still, they should have given me some food. Finally, someone came. Altair entered and said, "Are you awake?" Nadia thought. Who? What is happening suddenly? Don't tell me he's come to kick me out. What? Why did you suddenly bring food? No, is it for me? No, it can't be, but I'm so hungry. Altair asked, "Are you going to eat while standing?" Nadia replied, "No, of course not. I'll sit down to eat." Altair told her, "Eat before it cools down." Nadia replied, "Okay," and started eating. Then she thought, delicious. It's not just delicious because I'm hungry, it's really, really delicious. This soup has a lot of flavor. It continues to surprise me with every sip. I wonder who made it. She noticed his gaze and thought, when did he start watching me like that? Didn't he bring this to me to eat? How dare I keep eating while he's watching? Nadia spoke up, "I'm eating. It tastes so good, it's very delicious." Nadia thought, I ate so quickly that it made me sick. However, I ate everything, so why didn't he leave? Then she asked, "Do you have something to say? If not, I'm sorry, but you keep looking at me." Why are you there? She thought, oh no, that look, then said, "I'm sorry, I asked a useless question." Nadia thought, he's angry, I don't know why, but I'm sure he's angry. Altair spoke, "We're preparing for dinner. Everyone is working together to prepare a welcoming dinner for you." Nadia thought, a welcome and dinner, prepared for me, Altair said, "I made sure to tell you." After that, Nadia thought, he's gone, thank God. Just like in the novel, his kindness in forgiving people when they apologize is the same. I only hit my knee, it was easy, but if I keep doing it every time, my knees will swell. Should I make a knee brace? What, did he come back? A maid came and asked, "My lady, what are you doing on the floor?" Nadia replied, "Wow, the carpet is really bad. It would be good to change the carpet to something softer and more luxurious, don't you think?" The maid said, "Yes, do you think so too, my lady? That's my opinion as well. Not only the carpet but also the curtains, the bed, and the furniture. No, the entire castle needs to be demolished and renovated." After some time, Nadia thought, the beggar baron. Well, if the baroness's room is like this, it's clear without looking anywhere else. There isn't much decoration. This may be the only truth among Melissa's rumors. The maid spoke, "But you are here now, my lady. You must have sophisticated knowledge of beauty." Nadia thought, the role of baroness, the hostess, I didn't think about it this much. Of course, Altair probably didn't get married because he was bored. If the role of hostess is what he wants, I'm sure I can perform it well without being intrusive. The things I learned in Vine. Somehow, I'll be able to overcome this with the knowledge of my past life. So, Altair in the novel was a bachelor duke. As for the state of the territory, I understand it. There must have been no lady who wanted to come here. After becoming duke, he poured out his life every day so that no one would come close to him. Thus, Altair's wife is a mystery even in the novel. So, I'm saying it can change a lot depending on what I do. First of all, don't be afraid when you see him. There is no one. First, I wish I could meet someone. I'm scared because there are few lights in the hallway. Do all the people in the castle navigate these dark hallways just fine? The maids claim that the entire castle needs renovation wasn't an exaggeration. Did I touch something? What is this? Something black. I have a feeling like it's a wall. What is this hellish feeling? Altair asked. Right now. What do you think you are doing? I asked. What the hell are you doing? Nadia thought, that voice. So what I was trying a moment ago. Suddenly, she thought, I failed. The next moment, Altair grabbed her. Then he asked, are you walking around alone? Are you planning to run away? Nadia shouted, it's not like that, I'm not running. It was my choice to come here, and I will never run away. Nadia thought, if I make a choice, I must take responsibility for it. Now that I've chosen this path, the one I thought was best, it's time to take responsibility. Then she said, I still don't know what role the Lord wants for his wife, but I will do my best not to disappoint you. I know more than you think, so please, just tell me what to do. Altair replied, if so, you're going to work hard, knowing what I want. If you want to do something correctly, start calling me by my name instead of Lord. Nadia asked, yes, but everyone says you're the Lord, so what should I call you? Altair said, you tell me, you know more than I think, don't you? Shouldn't you think about it yourself? Nadia thought, is this some kind of test? I wonder if he can give me the role I want. Well, here's my chance. Then she said, I will definitely find out. If I find the answer, will you tell me what you want after that? Then I'll work hard as I promised. Altair said, I promise you that you'll never know what I want. Nadia replied, well, it could be possible, but if I don't know, I'll study. I can read a book or ask people who know you well. Altair spoke, ask someone who knows me well. You can't see anything when the sun sets. Ask the butler to guide you around the castle tomorrow. Nadia asked, what are you doing all of a sudden? Altair replied, you are the most lively thing I've ever seen in my life. Nadia shouted, please let me down. Altair said, can't you see it's completely dark here? You can't enter the room by yourself. What if you fall and break your bones? Nadia replied, they won't break. Whose bones break that easily? Altair told her, that's usually the case, but you're an exception because you collapse from exhaustion. I don't want anyone to get hurt in my castle, so stop wandering around. Nadia thought, what's not normal is your common sense. The next morning, Nadia thought, he doesn't want to see anyone get hurt in his castle. That's not something you'd expect to hear from a villain. A maid came and said, it's time to go for dinner. Everyone is waiting for you. Nadia thought, I forgot, if I'm even a little late, he'll stare at me like he's going to kill me again. I can't go against his intentions before doing anything. In the next scene, one person asked, the new lady, could there be something wrong with her? Kane said, what are you talking about all of a sudden? The other person said, you know Aylesford is in the eastern end of the empire. In other words, it's completely rural. It's known for being a poor land, but the lady from the capital has come to the impoverished east. That's the fantasy of the knights, none other than the lady of a viscounty. Lastly, and most importantly, our lord. You know the gentleman's impression isn't good, right? So, we were expecting someone who wasn't well or couldn't speak, but the lady we saw at the wedding was more than we expected. Even after seeing the lord covered in blood, she said she wouldn't cancel the wedding. Isn't it a little strange? Kane spoke, now that you mention it, he thought, it's just like that. I feel like something's wrong with her, since her limbs are fine. Maybe there's another reason. Was she sent by Belial? No, even if Belial has a lot of influence, he couldn't move a viscount. Then he said, that makes no sense. What could they find to eat in our land? The other person replied, that's right. I've never seen a lady faint with such grace. The lady is an angel who descended to Aylesford to pray for Aylesford. Kane said, all right, I'll sing a song to welcome you, angelic lady. On the other hand, Nadia thought, what is this? Is this how a general going to war feels? If I open this door now and go in, I'll see Altair for real. The maid asked, lady, may I open the door? Nadia thought, come on. I decided earlier not to be a bother. From now on, I won't tremble. Still, it's scary. Even if I go in like this, what should I do? Listening to music behind the doors, she thought, he can't sing well, but thanks to that, I'm relaxed now. The next moment, Nadia thought, wow, I promised, don't shake. Everyone has a scary look in their eyes, all because of their wicked superior. However, I'm scared of the wicked leader. Is he staring at me because I'm late? The maid spoke, lady, please sit here. Lady, this is the meal we prepared for you. It is a traditional Eastern dish. Nadia thought, what? He doesn't seem to be angry, maybe because I assured him I would do my best. I guess it's okay to eat if he doesn't say anything. All right, let's enjoy. She looked at the whole chicken, thinking, how can I eat this with my hands? It must be delicious that way. I want to eat like them too, but there's the etiquette of nobility I've learned. Altair said, lady. Nadia thought, no, I am going to eat it. Is he going to take it away just because I was late? You are so wicked. Altair said, here, aren't you going to accept it? Nadia replied, I am going to accept it. Then she thought, What is this suddenly? Did he help me just now because I was going through a tough time? Now, this is crazy delicious. Truly amazing. Breakfast was delicious. But this is even better. Life is made by eating delicious things. She then noticed, I feel like they're looking at me again. That kind of look means, I think it means that I have to eat everything without leaving any leftovers, like at breakfast. Then she said, I won't leave any leftovers. Altair said, if you want more, tell them to bring it to you. Nadia thought, does this mean I have to eat until I burst? Altair spoke, have some stew also. Nadia thought, even the stew, and then replied, yes, of course. She thought, it looks like I'm going to explode. After Kane's death, he said, hello, ma'am, it's an honor to meet you. Nadia thought, this voice, then spoke, the gentleman who sang. I could hear the gentleman singing even outside the door. Kane replied, it's not a skill I would show to a lady, but I'm in charge of creating a good atmosphere rather than singing. Then they started chatting. Suddenly, he said, anyway, I am the first, the ladies first. You can't forget it. Nadia asked, what is wrong? You have a sudden expression. Kane replied, gentlemen, you are so cool. Altair was looking at him. Kane spoke, it wasn't my fault that my lord lost first. Do you think it's okay to use the aura at times like this? Altair stated, I think you want to be hit again. Nadia thought, that ball, it's the first time I've seen it, aura. Embodied energy that manifests in highly skilled, unmanned personnel, which can only be used by people who have reached the level of swordmaster. But I heard that very few people reach that level of power, as expected from the villain boss. Being able to use aura here, in front of me, would make a great contribution to becoming a duke. Altair said, stop making noise and get out of here. If you really want to receive special training, you can stay. Kane replied, no, I am leaving now. Then thought, perhaps he likes his wife more than he expected, and that special training is just unilateral punches he'll call special training. After that, Nadia thought, what, I guess he hates seeing me eat comfortably. Will we be able to talk at some point, or will I only speak for myself? I think the most I've heard from him was, eat. What do I have to do? I'm sleepy. I got drunk too quickly because I drank without saying a word, but thanks to that guy, no one will come to help. What a miserable experience it is to arrive at an unknown place, where no one welcomes you. Why do I have to live like this? I am also a precious person. I must tell him once and for all. Now I'm drunk, there is nothing to fear, that's all. What kind of welcome party is this? What? My body is not moving. Altair spoke. I think you were drunk. Nadia replied. No, I am fine. I am completely fine. You are definitely drunk. Altair asked, are you sure? Calm down, Nadia said. I am sorry, I touched your body. Altair asked, why do you keep apologizing every time you see me? Nadia said, I am sorry for just saying I'm sorry. I will expand my vocabulary. There is nothing I can do if I try. Altair asked, what the hell are you talking about? The next moment, he said, that's okay. Nadia asked, what are you doing? Altair replied, look, this is better than fluttering around all over the place. Nadia thought, impossible. Is he feeling a little embarrassed? No way. The villain could never feel sorry just for holding me for a moment. It's just because of the alcohol. That's the point. As expected, the problem is the alcohol. I will never drink again in my life. After that, Altair thought, she shakes every time she looks into my eyes, but she gets bold when she's drunk. She sleeps very well in my arms. We're the same age, but how can we be so different? Her body looks as fragile as if it were made of glass. She's the daughter of a high-ranking nobleman. While I'll always be a mercenary, I could never look like a noble. No wonder a weak girl from the capital is so afraid of me. Suddenly, the butler came and said, the maid's condition is so bad that I don't think she will be able to serve the lady. Sir, please change her clothes. Altair asked, what do you mean? The butler replied, I mean, you should change the lady's clothes. You are her husband, or do you want me to do it myself? Altair stated, what the hell are you saying? The butler told him, that's why I'm asking you. You haven't even spent the first night with your wife because she fainted. Do you plan to just watch her forever while she sleeps next to you? Altair said, doesn't she get scared every time she sees me? Do you want me to have a successor with her in that state? I'm surprised she didn't faint again. The butler thought, he doesn't think he should make an effort to be with her so she can look at him. Then he asked, so who told you to show up at the wedding covered in blood? Altair replied, anyway, it was inevitable to attend the wedding like that. You know, the only thing I could do was take care of her. By the way, what happened to the guy we kept alive? The butler replied, Blanc says that apparently, this man is responsible for everything. Altair stated, I'm sure he was after my wife. Then he thought, because Belial is a bad person, the enemy will continue to go after Nadia, who is a pretty easy target. That woman will shake when she finds out about this. After the butler left, Altair thought, do I really have to change her clothes in this situation? The next morning, Nadia thought, I'm dizzy, and my head hurts. I don't remember anything I did yesterday. How did I get back to my room? And why is my dress untied again? I don't even know how that happened. The maid came in and said, I brought you water because I thought you'd be thirsty. Nadia asked, you don't look well, you should have sent someone else instead of coming yourself. The maid replied, the butler is a man, so he can't do this. Nadia asked, when you talk about the butler, but I mean, couldn't you give your job to another maid? Anna replied, I am the only maid here. Nadia thought, what, there are only 3 people working in this big castle, it's ridiculous. So there's no other servant to take care of the Lord. I think I understand what's going on here now. He goes beyond my imagination. Aylesford is poorer than I had imagined. This does not look good at all, the maid said. Pavel knows all the details, should I call him now? Nadia thought he was the only butler, servant, and person in charge of accounts. Then she remembered her mother said, in order to adapt to whatever you are, you must first become close to the servants. Yes, my mother was right. I am now the hostess of this castle. To do my job properly, I must get close to the servants who work here. After some time, Nadia thought, I feel like my fatigue is easing up. I was not expecting any of this, but Anna appeared better than I had thought. Should I leave now? Where are the towels? Why did she forget the towels? What do I do now? I don't have a towel, and the water is getting cold. Did someone just open the door? Is that Anna bringing the towels? That's not her. She just realized the situation and ran away. After that, Nadia said, this is my room. I don't know why anyone would come in here. In the future, if you let me know in advance, this will not happen again. Altair asked, should I let you know every time I come to your room? Why should I do that? Every time I want to see you. Nadia replied, well, because it is my room. Altair again asked, since when did our room become just my wife's room? Nadia said, is this our room as a couple? Altair stated, yes, this is your own, but at the same time, it is mine. It is only natural that a couple shares a room and a bed. Nadia thought, I've never heard anything like that before. In the capital, the nobles only slept in the same bed on designated days. If a couple shares their room every night, they would be considered obscene and disrespectful. Nadia said, my parents had separate rooms like other nobles. Altair replied, am I supposed to do this as old as we are? Then he looked at her. The next moment, he threw his coat at her and then left. Nadia thought, what, why is he angry? After that, Altair thought, I am going crazy. She looked so white and soft, her smell was intoxicating. The butler came and said, many strange things are happening today. Is everything all right? Did you hurt your head? You're just standing in the middle of the hallway like a crazy person. Altair replied, I was just standing here. Anyway, what are you doing with all those books? The butler replied, these are the accounting books from the last 3 years. I was planning to give them to the lady. Altair said, if she says she can't do it, it is not necessary. If she needs help, then I will help her. The butler told him, she is from a very prestigious family, so I am sure she will be able to do it properly. Well then, I will go see your wife now, Altair thought. No one else can see her the same way I do. Then he said, wait a moment, don't leave now. You can leave after 1 hour. No, after 2 hours. Right now, take care of cleaning my room so I can sleep. The butler asked, what is going on with your room, Altair? I replied, you just have to clean it, as I ordered, and then leave after 3 hours. In the next scene, a maid came and spoke, Madam, your food is ready. Why are you wearing a cape in this weather? Nadia replied, you didn't prepare a towel for me. The maid spoke. I'm sorry. I was in such a hurry that I forgot to prepare the towels. Nadia asked, by the way, should I share my room with my husband? The maid replied, of course, if you are a couple, you should share a room. Is it different in the capital? Nadia said, it is totally different. Also, since my husband has not come in 2 days, I thought I should share my room and that it was just for me. The maid told her, during the first day, you were sick, and last night, you were quite drunk, so he asked me to let you rest, but won't you sleep here from today? Nadia thought, I have bad habits when it comes to sleeping, he will tell me I am a nuisance while looking at me like that. Sleep on the floor, he might even yell at me, but it is nice to have a sofa in this room, I wouldn't have to lie on the floor even if he decided to kick me out of bed. Then she asked, have you already told the butler that I want to talk to him? The maid replied, yes, he will come to see you soon, but he told me something strange, he still has about 5 hours before he comes, he probably said meaningless things, don't pay attention to him. After 5 hours, Nadia thought, it is true, he showed up exactly 5 hours later, just like maid Anna said, I think it will be difficult to become close to him, but he looks a little strange. The butler spoke, the other one is my younger brother, don't you stop seeing me because I look a lot like Blanc, Nadia asked. Are you talking about the gentleman who was my husband's representative? The butler replied, yes, he is my brother. Well then, first, I brought you the accounting books for the last 3 years. I have the keys to the warehouse, although there is nothing there, Nadia asked. The place is in a bad situation, right? The butler replied, Aylesford is empty land, you can tell if you look around. It is difficult to harvest here, so we have no choice but to look for additional income, like magical hunts. Goblins, and some other creatures if they appear near the estate, our knights must take care of the matter. Nadia thought, I can't believe it is the knights who get this money, it would be surprising if the knights in the capital heard this. But above all, the problem is something else. Then she said, so you don't have a regular source of income, magical beings don't appear all the time. I married the lord of this place without really knowing what kind of person he was and what kind of place Aylesford was, but I want to do things right, I will try my best, so I hope you can help me, I hope we can work together. Then she thought, why doesn't he answer? I shouldn't have said that. The butler replied, I assure you, I am glad the lady said that. Please take good care of us, Aylesford, and our lord, Nadia thought. Did he just smile? He had his serious look again. Then, at night, Nadia thought, my God, the sun has already set. I was greedy in wanting to try to read all the accounting books as soon as possible, so I didn't even notice the passage of time. Then she remembered she had to sleep with him today. What should I do? I got distracted reading these books. Tonight, I'm going to sleep next to Altair. Calm down, it was all expected since the moment I chose to get married. It is natural to spend the night with your husband. My husband looks as hard as steel. If you're coming, just come now, it's not a big deal for me. The next morning, Nadia thought, what, it is morning already. Altair didn't come into the bedroom last night, and even after a day, the second day, the third day, just like the first day, she was the only one sleeping in the bedroom. Am I going to be alone today too? I was well prepared for it, but somehow I feel a bit relieved. Then she remembered Melissa had said, I heard he is really ugly and unable to do it. That might be true. Can this marriage work out? After that, the butler told her, today I will show you around the castle as I told you last time. I am going to make it very efficient in the shortest time possible. After the tour, Nadia thought, the situation is more serious than I thought. There is more than one place that needs repairs. In comparison, the castle budget is severely lacking. After all, making money comes first. How can one make money in this barren territory? I need a regular source of income, not hunting monsters. The butler told her, this is the knight's quarters, and outside is the training ground, Nadia thought. So this is the training ground. Altair is also there. Even though I am unfamiliar with swordsmanship, I feel he is the best at it. Then she asked, do you know where the lord sleeps these days? The butler replied, my lord. He will sleep in his room, Nadia said, but for a few days he didn't come to the room. The next moment, the butler shouted, a few days ago, you told me to clean up your room. Are you sleeping there these days? Altair asked. Can't you see we are training right now? The butler said, "Of course, it doesn't matter to me. I am asking because your wife, the madam, is curious," Altair thought. What, Nadia also thought, is he angry? His eyes are so scary. Then she realized, he was avoiding me on purpose. No, let's not think anything negative. Maybe he was being considerate of me, because I was taken aback by the idea of a shared bedroom. Well, maybe Altair doesn't care about me, he's just tired of seeing me making a fool of myself that day. The butler told her, "Don't worry too much, you are worrying for no reason." Nadia replied, "It is because I made a mistake. I walked around naked without even knowing it was a shared room." The butler asked, "What, you were naked? Did he see that?" Nadia replied, "Yes, but I really thought it was Anna." Then she thought, "Oh my goodness, I guess I made a huge mistake. I can't believe someone who is so calm would freak out like this. It was obviously my mistake, so instead of running away from this situation, I have to take care of it myself." He is still at the training ground, she thought. If we hurry, we can meet him. She found him the next moment as she was going down the stairs. Nadia thought, I feel my body is floating. Is this really the end of this life? Why doesn't it hurt? Why does it feel soft? Altair asked. Are you going to be on top of me like this? Nadia replied. Sorry, I'll get up right away, then thought. My legs are so weak, I can't get up. Altair said, didn't you come in such a hurry because you had something to say? Whatever you're going to say, say it now, Nadia thought. So close, his eyes are scary too, but it's my fault, so it's good to be honest. Then she said, I am going out. Altair asked, what are you talking about? Nadia replied, since I was the one who made the mistake, it's right for me to leave. The original owner of that room is also the Lord. That's why you left the bedroom, because of me. There's no need to sleep in an uncomfortable place. Altair asked, what kind of mistake are you talking about? Nadia told him, that day I took off my clothes and walked around immodestly. Altair said, why is that your mistake? Nadia said, but you didn't come back after you left that day, a little while ago, at the training grounds. You didn't want to see me, so you lowered your head. Altair replied, the reason I sleep somewhere else is because I think I might not be able to stand it and have an accident. Anyway, it's not because of your mistake. And from now on, don't judge whether you made a mistake based on other people's attitudes, because you didn't make any mistakes that day. Nadia thought, is Altair being a little friendly to me? Suddenly, she sneezed. Altair said, I'm going to call the doctor right now, so wait in the room. Nadia told him, no, this sneeze was just because I was nervous. I don't feel like I have a cold at all. Altair said, you're finally full of things I don't know. The butler came and said, my lord, I have been here for a while. Altair spoke. So, were you touring the castle with the butler? Nadia replied, yes, I have only figured out the inside. Altair told her, then tell me when you look around the outside of the castle. Nadia replied, yes, don't worry, I will ask permission from you and take a look around. Altair stated, I'm not asking you to ask for permission, please guide my wife to the end. Then she thought, before I knew it, Blanc had arrived. I think he's talking about something very important. Blanc asked, are you saying you're staying in a separate room, because you think you might have an accident if you can't stand it? What does this mean? Please make an accident. That's why you got married. Altair spoke, there is no love that forces you to get married, no matter how urgent my situation is. I don't want to force a request, Blanc said. Now is the time to take your time and say only the meaningful things. The next moment, I said, yes, my lord, everything you said is correct, but if that's what you think, you need to work in order, like a peacock dancing in courtship with its tail wide open. Altair stated, every time I open my mouth, I cringe a lot, what should I do? Blanc told him, why would you be scared? It's all because of impressions. So try to be a little friendlier in your tone of voice and make your facial expression a little softer, like this. Altair replied, I feel like I'm going to throw up. Blanc said, no, do you really think I want to show such a refreshing smile to a dark man? Still, women like this kind of smile, Altair thought. Blanc is definitely popular with women. Blanc spoke, since you have seen how I did it, why don't you give it a try? Pull up the corners of your mouth and smile brightly. It's not difficult. Altair started smiling. Blanc said, I shouldn't say this, but it's very scary. Why do you get scarier when you smile? Please don't ever smile like this in front of your wife, Altair thought. Anyway, it doesn't help. Next scene, Blanc said, I am sure everyone saw it today. At this rate, Aylesford's future is endangered. So, for Aylesford and my lord, we have to step up. The meeting to plan how to deal with the problem is starting now. Today's agenda is, how can the lord and madam become closer? The butler thought, why am I stuck in such a stupid situation? I was brought in because my brother was the most foolish man in this group. Two of them said, let's give both of them a lot of alcohol and put them in the same room. Then something will surely happen between them. Another said, I don't know about you, but I'm sure our Lord will never get drunk. Cain came in and said, is that really everyone's best idea? Do you guys not know the easiest way to make someone like you help others when they're in trouble, when their life is hard and they're tired? If you become their only savior, you can win their heart in an instant. The butler said, so the Lord should help the lady when she's in a difficult situation. I don't think our Lord would agree to deliberately putting his wife in an awkward situation. Didn't he even give up a comfortable bedroom for her? Cain stated, so we have to do it without the Lord knowing. This operation requires secrecy. Next scene, Nadia thought, wow, so beautiful. Anna was right. Just getting some fresh air outside makes me feel good. I was reluctant at first, but when I look at this scenery, all my worries seem to disappear. After that, Nadia said, this mountain range is even more beautiful up close. The reason Altair was wealthy in the novel was because a magic stone mine was discovered somewhere in these mountains. Hearthstone, the only energy source that can power magic tools, is very rare and expensive. In the novel, Altair, who excavated the magic stone mine, gained enormous wealth. If I discover such a mine and make his territory rich, I will be able to gain Altair's recognition in no time. Suddenly, Nadia asked, what's the matter? Anna replied, what should I do? My hands suddenly feel weak, and I lost my grip on the oar. What should I do about this? We're in the middle of the lake, and I'm so scared. How great it would be if a wonderful knight appeared to save us. Nadia thought, I'm more worried about Anna's condition than this situation right now. Then she said, calm down, I'll get the paddle back. Anna shouted, Madam, no way. Nadia thought, let's hurry and find the oar before Anna's condition gets worse. However, why is my body so heavy? It's really straining my body, as if something is pulling me down. Am I in danger right now? On the other hand, Altair asked, what on earth is in the lake? Blanc said, I definitely said it was here, right? Cain replied, well, yes, I'm sure there was a group of goblins here. Altair thought, what kind of scheme is this again? Then he stated, enough. Stop making clumsy plans. Why don't you tell me why you lured me here? Suddenly, Altair heard Anna's scream. Then he saw and thought, what? Both of them thought, how did it turn out like this? According to our plan, it was supposed to be different. But why is my lady drowning? No, that's not important. We need to hurry and save her. The next moment, Altair thought, what is happening? After that, Altair said, bring the doctor, hurry. Cain spoke, my lord, I don't think my lady is breathing. Altair thought, she's not breathing, I can't feel her breath. Not like this. Please open your eyes. Now she is breathing, but her body temperature is still too low. Will the same thing happen again like that time? No, don't make me laugh. Now is different from then. Whatever happens, I will definitely protect her. Next scene, Nadia thought, so hot, it was so cold earlier, so why is it so hot now? I need to remove the blanket. Altair spoke, you can't, the doctor said you need to warm your body. Nadia thought, who is he? His voice is familiar. My head hurts. I can't remember anything. It's so hot. Why can't I take off the blanket? What a bad man. Altair said, I know, but you're hallucinating because your body temperature is low. So just stay put. She needs to take her medicine to regain consciousness and increase her body temperature. This is driving me crazy. She's not even conscious, so why do I keep talking to myself? Now take your medicine. You can sleep comfortably. Nadia thought, what was that touch? What on earth did he do to me? After that, Altair stated, hold it up higher, lower your voice. Then he thought, how idiotic and ignorant am I to make these punks do this thing? The butler came and spoke. "My lord, an annoying guest has come to visit us. There's only one person who would come unannounced like this. Sir Valhall is here." Altair stated, after sending the assassins. Now suddenly he comes to check the situation himself. Let's go. I shall see what nonsense he is trying to say. On the other hand, Valhall thought, pathetic as always, this place needs fixing everywhere. Altair came and asked, "What brought you here?" Valhall replied, "You're still the same, old and awful ornaments." Altair stated, "If you're going to argue, better go back now. I have business to do, so get to the point. I am not like you, fooling around doing nothing. I have lots of things to do." Valhall shouted, "What? I am your uncle, don't act like lowly people and be respectful." Altair stated, "I wonder who is acting like a lowly person here. I am the Lord of Aylesford, you should be the one who is respectful." Valhall asked, "If you are that respectful, why didn't you invite any relatives to your wedding? You decided on your potential wife on your own. An important matter like this should be discussed among families." Altair thought, the entrance is blocked. The day when a 12-year-old boy lost his parents. I still freshly remember that day. I had been a swordsman prodigy since I was young, and I made a name for myself in the East. But that day, in front of the huge fire that engulfed my parents, I couldn't do anything. What awaited me as a young baron was a life filled with helplessness and sadness, not comfort or rest. These relatives called me by my name and pretended to be friendly, but they clearly stole my things. When I finally came to my senses from my sorrow, there was no turning back anymore. After that, I cut off all ties with my so-called relatives. This greedy man was not satisfied with just stealing land. He is even aiming for the title. If I die without a successor, the title automatically goes to this man. Valhall thought, this lucky bastard. In the meantime, I've been spreading rumors that he was a poor eunuch to prevent him from getting married. Why is a woman from the Marquise's family suddenly claiming to be his bride? What kind of woman is this who ruined all my plans? Then he asked, "You are already married, but shouldn't you tell me what kind of person the bride is?" Altair replied, "I was wondering what on earth you were talking about, but since you're saying something so absurd, let me make it clear. You will never see my wife in your life, so go to hell and get out of here." Valhall shouted, "Are you out of your mind? You know what I brought. The Eastern Noble Association sent an invitation upon hearing that you were getting married. It's hunting season soon, so let's get together and socialize." Altair stated, "That is the excuse you've come up with. Fine. Now that you've done what you came for, get the hell out of here." Valhall asked, "Is it okay to refuse like this? You may not know, but the capital is used to social activities. Getting married in the countryside must be boring. I feel sorry for that woman. That she can't go outside because of her closed-minded husband." Then he thought, it's working. I've got you. I don't know what kind of woman she is, but it's obvious that if a woman marries a man who is rumored to be a beggar and a eunuch, she will be embarrassed. I'll invite her to a crowded place and laugh at her when her husband is mocked. I really have to see that guy's proud face turn blue. Next scene, Nadia asked, "How long did I sleep?" Anna replied, "You've been sick for a whole day. According to the doctor, when you went into the cold water, you already had a cold, so your body couldn't handle it. Why did you suddenly jump into the lake?" Nadia said, "Because you were scared. I know how to swim, so I thought I could just get the paddle." Anna replied, "It doesn't matter whether I was scared or not. Your safety is several times more important than mine." Nadia stated, "Even if the same situation comes again, I will go get the paddle. Of course, it would be nice if I didn't have a cold at that time." Anna told her, "From now on, I will definitely be on your side. Even if others tell me to cooperate, I will never listen. I am not listening to those bastards again." Nadia asked, "What happened?" Anna explained, "They told me to take my lady to the lake. Actually, I did it because Cain and Blanc told me to do it. Of course, there was no bad intention. They were just hoping for the relationship between my lord and my lady to get better. My lord was the one who saved you from drowning." Then she told Nadia the whole situation. "He lived his whole life without knowing what a cold is." Nadia said, "That's ridiculous. There's no one who doesn't catch a cold." Anna replied, "No, my lord is an exception. Even if everyone in the world catches a cold, he never will." After some time, Nadia thought, "A person who doesn't catch a cold, are there people like this?" Maybe to maintain his dignity as a lord, he was just pretending he didn't have a cold, but if that's the case, I will have to check with my own eyes to see if he is okay. After that, Nadia asked, "Why are you both raising your hands here?" Blanc replied, "I heard that you've woken up, my lady." I was so relieved. Cain added, "We really thought we were in big trouble." Nadia thought, "I was the one who jumped into the water. Why are they apologizing to me?" Then she said, "No, I jumped into the river on my own. Instead, I'm sorry to have made you worried." "You don't have to apologize to me. Please get up, I am all right now." Suddenly, she felt dizzy, and both of them said, "You should rest more." Nadia thought, "These two seem to genuinely care about me." Compared to the Marquise's knights, Aylesford's knights feel a bit friendlier. Suddenly, Altair came and asked, "Didn't I tell you to get more rest?" Nadia replied, "I heard you, but there is something I need to confirm. Since you said you came to the lake to help me, I got sick because of that, so I am worried if my lord is all right." Then she thought, "Why am I only this nervous in front of him?" Altair said, "What a hilarious worry, I won't get sick because of trivial things." Nadia thought, "His complexion looks good, I'm glad he isn't hurt because of me." Then she said, "Now that I have confirmed it, I should go back." Altair replied, "This won't do. You should get back to sleep." Nadia said, "No, wait, I'm really fine." But soon after, she thought, "And here I am, lying on the bed again. I am all right now, but it seems like I look so weak in Altair's eyes." Altair asked, "How was your life in the capital?" "I'm asking what you did in your free time." Nadia replied, "Reading books or taking a walk. Just common things." Then she thought, "If you exclude the fact that I excessively avoided family parties due to my timidity, but since he wouldn't like a wife who isn't good at social activities, I can't tell him the truth." Altair said, "It's near hunting season, and we have received an invitation from the Eastern Noble Union. We are planning to attend, so be prepared." Nadia thought, "Is he saying I will be meeting a bunch of people? Imagining it makes me feel dizzy." No, get a hold of yourself. After becoming a baroness, social activities are essential duties. This is perhaps the role that Altair expected of a wife. Besides, they will gather for the hunting season, so there won't be as much social conversation since they'll be focused on hunting. It's not bad for a beginner. The real problem is blood. I will instantly faint if I see blood. No matter how elegant noble hunting is, I have no choice but to see blood. I have to train my best to get used to blood before the hunting season." Altair said, "You don't need to try to do well, just be yourself. I heard that the third prince will also come. Is he perhaps your acquaintance?" Nadia thought. "The third prince, do I know him well, because he was once Altair's lord and Threat, another villain in the novel. The reason for his weak body seemed like he was stepping back in the competition for the throne, but the truth is he was using his treatment as an excuse to wander across the empire, actively gathering potential supporters. He was an ambitious person. Plus, that man's greatest acquisition was Altair. Altair became the third prince's sword, flooding the capital with the blood of numerous royals and nobles. As predicted, I would be swept into the bloodbath and then beheaded." Nadia asked, "When is the gathering?" Altair replied, "In 2 months." Nadia thought, "It's not a long or short time. The meeting between the man who will be the villain and the one who leads him into the evil path. It's just my feeling, but this creep is watching me closely." Altair said, "Your face is so pale. Anyway, just rest for now." Nadia thought, "That's what I said, but thinking about these two men, I can't sleep at all. Will they become close after their first meeting in the hunting season?" In the novel, they started building a relationship after going to war together. Who knows? There might be a hidden setup in the novel that is yet to be revealed. Altair said, "Enough. I can hear your thoughts all the way over here. There are still 2 months left before the Eastern Noble meeting. No need to think about it now, you need to recover soon." Nadia thought, "Warm, to be a villain in the novel and have this warmth, am I dreaming?" The next day, Nadia thought, "This is so strange. Why did Altair join hands with the third prince and become a villain? What's more important now is to find the magic stone mine and make our land rich. I need to hurry and go to the mountaintop to complete the quest." It's easy enough to ask Altair for permission, but if I can't find the mine, I'm sure Altair's honor will be damaged. That's why I'll keep this a secret and solve it on my own. Plus, I have people I can trust. In the next scene, Nadia thought, what do I do? Everyone is looking at me. I want to run away so badly, but this is something I need to do. Let's gather some courage. Then she said, since everyone looks so tired, I came to bring you some snacks. All of them looked so happy, Nadia thought. I didn't expect them to look this happy. It makes me happier too. Suddenly, she thought, what is going on? Did my laugh earlier seem like I was ridiculing them? One knight said, you dropped the sandwich, pick it up, hurry, it hasn't been 3 seconds yet. Nadia thought, is he really going to eat this? But it's covered in dirt. Then she asked, if you eat food covered in dirt, won't you get an upset stomach? The knight replied, I won't. It's just a little dirt, the taste is still good. Blanc told her, there were many instances when we had to eat inedible food while on expeditions. You don't need to worry, my lady. Nadia thought, there were many times they had to eat inedible food, more than just a dirty sandwich. I heard that they hunt evil creatures to earn money. The knights of the capital always dressed meticulously, boasting elegant speech to capture the lady's attention. Meanwhile, the knights of Aylesford, for the survival of their lands, wielded swords on the front lines. I need to make money quickly and free these knights from their difficult work. I am the Baroness, after all, these people are my knights. Then she said, the truth is, I came here to ask a favor from all of you. Then she thought, why are they so quiet? Is it perhaps because I asked, not the Lord, so they won't listen to me? Cain said, a favor, that is inappropriate, my lady, you should order us, not ask for a favor, after all, you are the master of Aylesford. Nadia thought, I think I should be faithful to that role, but being addressed like that by someone feels completely different. Blanc spoke up, of course, my lady, just let us know whatever you wish, we are quite capable. So, what command would you like to give us? Nadia thought, I've never given orders to anyone before. No, I am now Aylesford's master. I will do what needs to be done for my knights. Then she said, it's suggested that there is something extremely valuable, hidden in the mountain range, so, I hope you all could explore the mountain for me. And until the results are obtained, I would prefer to keep this information a secret, even from the Lord. Blanc asked, what is the exact target for exploration? Nadia replied, a magic stone mine. After that, Blanc thought, could something like that exist in our territory? If that statement is true, why didn't we know until now? Well, considering the mountains are full of dangers, it might not have been easy to discover. If so, then what my lady said makes sense. Altair asked, why are you suddenly standing there, gawking like that? What is it about? Blanc thought, my lady mentioned not wanting to disturb the Lord with uncertain matters. Altair spoke, if you can't find the words, then I'll go first. I will soon head to Rember to capture a dragon. Blanc shouted, what, didn't you reject that? Altair replied, I changed my mind, it's for the reward. Aylesford's annual budget is at stake, and enduring a bit of hardship is worth it. So, I decided to go alone. I thought about taking you and Cain, but that would leave our territory unprotected. Blanc thought, conquering a dragon alone, even if you are the Lord, is not feasible. Then he said, don't talk nonsense. You are absolutely not going, Altair stated. Are you defying your commander's orders? Blanc spoke, is it possible that we cut off requests on our end? Altair replied, we just need to play along once, and they're willing to shell out a ton of cash, no reason to refuse. Blanc thought, I have to do something. Then he said, how about delaying the acceptance of the request for a bit? Today, my lady came to the training ground, and said she had obtained information that there is a magic stone mine within the mountains of our territory. The lady has ordered us to explore the mountain range. Altair said, a magic stone mine does seem like a gamble worth taking. First, let's conduct a preliminary investigation with those who have lived in Aylesford for a long time. If there are any rumors about peculiar spots in the mountain, we'll start searching from that area. Since that will take some time, I'll go capture the dragon in the meantime. Blanc said, I told you about the magic stone mine so you wouldn't go after the dragon. Altair replied, a magic stone mine is a magic stone mine, and a dragon is a dragon. There is no guarantee of success in the exploration. I have already sent a letter accepting the request from Rember. It is an irreversible decision, so, do what you need to do. In the next scene, Nadia thought, if I am going to speak, now is the time. Then she said, I have something to say. I have a request. I heard that you are going to catch a dragon. And it's a very dangerous job, that dragon conquering. Can you not go for it? Altair said, what you are doing is useless. Butler asked, what do you need? I simply escorted her ladyship here, Altair replied. Nonsense, I am not a fool, Nadia thought. How did he know? Then she remembered something from some time back. Butler had asked, my lady, there is something I would like to discuss with you. Would it be impossible for you to make a small contribution to the household expenses from your dowry? Nadia had wondered, why did he have such a serious look on his face? Is the financial situation here really that bad? Between a noble couple, a wife's dowry was her private wealth, even her husband could not touch it. If they are asking me to use part of my dowry, then that's a clear red flag regarding the household finances. I would love to help, but if the Mana Stone mine is from, then I will need the money for development. I'll have to use the money I have for something else. So, she replied, I am afraid that won't be possible. I have other plans for the dowry I brought. Butler had said, yes, I am aware that it is unacceptable to ask, but his lordship, he is preparing to slay a dragon. He says it is to earn money. He will probably leave in a few days. However, as you are aware, taking on a dragon is something that could cost one's life. If making a financial contribution is difficult, then at least try to dissuade his lordship. Please, I am sure you will listen if you ask, my lady, I beg of you. Back in the present time, Nadia thought, so that's what happened, but who knew we would get caught right away? Altair really is sharp-witted. Altair spoke, don't be swayed by fable, you don't need to do everything he asks, Nadia replied. I was not swayed, I am also worried about you. Nadia thought, I am not lying, I sincerely worry about Altair, of course, he may be a budding villain who scares me, but he is still a good person, who saved me when I fell into the water and even gave me a chance. I never thought I would think of him as a good person, but his cold gaze no longer feels all that scary to me. Nadia said, well, we are married, and I am also in Aylesford now, as a member of the family. I worry about you. Then she thought, there, I did it. I hope I didn't sound too out of line. Altair asked, are you finished? I will take you to your room. After that, Altair stated, you don't need to worry about me. I accepted the job because I know I can do it. The situation has changed, so I am taking action. I don't intend to make you a widow, so don't worry. I know you are worried, but rather than worrying, how about supporting me? Nadia thought, what does that mean? Altair said, what can I do when my wife is so innocent? If any visitors come, tell them I am unavailable to greet them and send them away. Did you think about what I said before? The issue of what you should call me, Nadia thought. We did talk about that before. Altair asked, are you still thinking about it? I hope you'll have an answer by the time I return. Nadia replied, I am sorry, but I will try. Altair spoke, good. My wife always makes an effort. Nadia thought, just as I thought, being a good person suits him more than being a budding villain. In the next scene, Nadia thought, I just don't get it yet. What does it mean to worry about your husband as a wife should? I've read all the books on the refinement of a noble wife, but I still don't have the answer. Then she asked, do you know how to support a husband like a wife should? The maid thought, my lady, he probably means, no, what his lordship wants may be something more wholesome. The maid said, in the East, there is a custom where the wife makes a bracelet for her husband when he sets off to a dangerous place. Both wear the same bracelet and wish for the other's well-being. If the wish bracelet does not break and remains intact, then they believe their spouse is safe. 3 days later, Nadia thought, he is really leaving. Altair said, I believe I told Butler you did not need to see me off because it is so early. Nadia replied, yes, he told me, but I still wanted to see you off. Before, you told me to worry like a wife should. I wanted to do that, right here, right now. Altair said, but people are watching. Nadia thought, why does that matter? I just need to give him the bracelet. Altair spoke, well, if you feel that way. Nadia thought, is this a yes? All right, I'll give him the bracelet. Wait, his hand is so large and firm, totally different from mine. Now is not the time for this. She said, I prepared a wish bracelet for you. I heard of the custom in the East. Altair asked. So, worried as a wife should, meant this bracelet. Blanc came and spoke. My lady, it looks like his lordship was expecting something else, you know. A wife's passionate kiss. Altair hit him. Blanc asked, my lord, are you going to break my leg? Altair asked. Anyway, where is yours? Give it to me. Your wrist is so thin, it looks like it will snap if I hold it too tight, Nadia replied. It is not that thin, come back safely. Then Nadia thought, finally, the budding villain is out of sight, I should feel relieved, but why does a part of me feel so empty? It is really strange. Shortly after Altair left, the knights started searching the mountains. However, unlike everyone's expectations, no mine was found, and even the knights searching the mountains began to get worn out. Blanc told her, my lady, we did not find anything today either. Nadia replied, I see, thank you for your hard work, please continue tomorrow. Blanc thought, has her ladyship not given up yet? After that, Nadia thought, Blanc is starting to doubt the existence of the mine. Well, that's only natural, since there are no clear results yet, but I know this future. It's the special right of someone reborn into a novel. But her confidence did not last for long. More time passed, and there was still no news even after several more days. She slowly started to get nervous. What if we never end up finding the mine? Then what? Suddenly, Blanc came and told her, we found it, my lady. The ground had oddly sunk in, so we searched that spot and found mana stones. Nadia stated, I knew it. Did you inform Butler Pavel? I told him to find an expert for mine development. Blanc replied, of course. He is so excited that he's going to call them right away. Nadia thought, in the novel, Altair was already a rich duke. That means there is a significant amount of mana reserves in the vicinity, so I'm sure that development of the mine will be possible. Aylesford will now become rich, and our knights won't have to struggle hunting monsters anymore. I am sure Altair will be happy. The maid thought, the wish bracelet is supposed to show the other person's safety. It may just be a superstition, but if something really has happened to the Lord. Nadia spoke, oh dear me, I must have done a bad job making it if it broke so easily on its own. Then she thought, I hope Altair is safe. The next moment, the Count came and asked, so, you are the Baroness, Blanc said. Wait, how dare you raise your voice in front of her ladyship? Another knight then added, my lady, please forgive me for failing to stop him. He was being stubborn and going on about his status. I should never have let him approach you like this, it was my mistake. Nadia thought, so this is the Count from Gallard, the territory that borders ours, a Count and a Margrave. That means he is a pretty high-ranking noble. It will be difficult for the knights to stop a stubborn noble like him. Yes, the only person who can resolve this is me. The Count shouted, I made the time to come all the way here. If the Baron is away, the Baroness should be greeting the guest. Nadia spoke, please tell me if there is anything I can do for you. I am Nadia Aylesford, the Baron's wife. May I ask what brings you here? Seeing that you brought all these soldiers with you, I am sure it must be a very important issue. The Count shouted, of course, it is very important. The Aylesford knights invaded our territory and created a mess. Didn't they recently ransack a mountain and cause a big commotion? Blanc said, my lord, the area we recently searched is clearly part of Aylesford barony. The Count said, if you've got eyes, look at the back, it says here that it is part of Gallard. Blanc replied, this map is from before the agreement, 5 years ago. You handed over part of the mountain range in return for Aylesford getting rid of the monsters. The Count said, come to think of it, offering land just for that was excessive. I will pay the price we set back then, so you will have to return the land. Blanc shouted, you're the one who gave us useless land back then, and now that the situation has changed, you want to pay us. Nadia thought, so the mountain, where we recently found the Mana Stone mine is part of the land Count Gallard gave us as payment, but why is he regretting his decision now? The Count shouted again, forget it, it's useless talking to a knight who has no authority. Baroness, the Baron is away, so you will have to sign as his proxy. I am saying I will pay you for this worthless piece of land. Nadia thought, in the capital, I would have trembled at this kind of face, but compared to Altair, the Count is like a pig in front of a dragon. He does not scare me one bit. Then she stated, I am saying I won't accept it. We are not beggars. His lordship would never sign such an absurd document, so I suggest you leave now. The count shouted, I am a count. Do you think a mere baron can defy me? Nadia thought, what is he doing? Let go of me. Suddenly, Altair came and asked, what do you think you are doing? Nadia thought, he returned safely, what a relief. I was worried because the bracelet broke. Altair stated, Count, you come here and create a disturbance when I am not even present. You must be out of your mind. I must hear why you were so rude to my wife while I was not even here. The count asked his knight, didn't you say he wouldn't make it back, and even if he did, he would be seriously injured? I came thinking that we could steal the Baron's Mana stone mine if he wasn't here, but he is completely. Altair asked Butler, bringing one's soldiers into another man's territory without prior consent might as well be a declaration of war, correct? Butler replied, yes, that's right. Altair stated, in that case, cutting off invaders' heads right here would be considered self-defense. The count said, forgive me, I was not in my right mind and made a mistake. Altair told him, no need to apologize to me. You should apologize to my wife. The count said, I am sorry, please accept my apologies, and ran away. Nadia thought, as the lady of the house, I should have protected Aylesford while Altair was away, but I couldn't even jerk my head loose when the count grabbed it. Then she said, I am sorry, I was here, but I did not deal with it properly. Altair spoke, you will get a bruise. You'd better put some ointment on this. Nadia replied, he just grabbed my wrist, that's all. Altair said, yes, but he left marks like this. Nadia suddenly thought, why does it feel like I can smell blood? She asked, my lord, blood. Altair replied, I was slightly injured while fighting the dragon. Nadia asked, what do you mean? Slightly, if you were only slightly injured, you wouldn't be bleeding this much. I need to call the physician right away. Altair said, it's fine, don't make such a fuss about it. Nadia said, what are you saying? If you bleed this much, you'll die. Then she thought, my parents were in a carriage accident, and they also passed away from losing too much blood. If the same thing happens to him. Altair asked, why are you shaking? Nadia replied, I'm okay. Please don't just stand here like this. You need to receive treatment. Altair said, all right, I'll get treated or whatever it is you want me to do, so stop shaking. Nadia thought, it's okay, it will be okay. Altair is stronger than anyone I know. Strangely, at that moment, the fact that Altair was the most powerful villain in this world was more comforting than anything else. After that, the doctor said, the wound is quite severe this time. I'll stitch it up first and then prescribe you a painkiller. Nadia thought, oh my goodness, the wound is really deep. I see now that he already has scars all over his body. This kind of thing must happen to him often. Then she asked, it hurts a lot, doesn't it? I was thinking of holding your hand. When I was young, my mother held mine whenever I was ill, and strangely, it made me feel better. Then she thought, is that too childish a solution to suggest? Altair said, it hurts. You said you would hold my hand if I'm in pain. Come over here and hold my hand. I think it would make it less painful. Nadia thought, it's a bit different from when mother used to hold my hand. Why is my heart beating so fast? In the end, she failed to figure out why her heart was pounding, but Altair's treatment ended successfully that day. The physician in charge of the treatment rushed out after making 3 requests. First, he asked for absolute rest. Second, to take painkillers whenever it hurt. Third, to change the bandages every day. I will look after him as best as I can until he gets better, Nadia thought, and so after that, she fervently started to take care of him. Day and night, she stayed by his side. Worried that Altair's wounds might get infected, she carefully changed his bandages and gave him his medicine. For days, she prayed that Altair would not get any new scars. She prayed over and over again. After that, Butler came and said, I have some documents you must take a look at now. Altair told him, be quiet, she's sleeping. From now on, don't just burst in here like this. I'm not the only one using this room. Butler said, her ladyship must have been exhausted. Altair replied, she's been running around for days trying to take care of me. Butler said, so you're aware of that, yet you're still acting like you're in bad condition. Then he thought, this is quite unusual. Normally he would already be jumping around the training area. Altair replied, I just wanted to rest for a bit this time. Even I can get tired after fighting a dragon. Butler told him, no need to be embarrassed. From the mine development to the Count's complaint, these are all documents that your lordship must review. Altair said, he wants me to pay for insulting him by giving him part of the mine. Butler said, he may be a coward, but he is still a count. Titles are absolute. Now that your lordship has something you must protect, I must advise you to act more prudently than before. Altair thought, right, until now, I could simply sweep through everything around me because I had nothing to lose, but now, I also have something I must protect, this one who worked hard to take care of me and then fell asleep from exhaustion. When I agreed to take a wife so I could produce an heir, I thought our marriage would ultimately become a formality since she was a noble from the capital. But this woman who became my wife was so different from what I imagined. I still don't know how to deal with her. She's so small and feeble, as if she might break at the slightest touch. Butler said, my lord, you forgot, but I am still here, so how should I deal with the Count? Altair replied, I have a plan for the Count. Go and get some ointment that's effective on bruises. Butler asked, ointment? Why all of a sudden? Altair stated, her wrist. It's still red and swollen. I think I'll have to take this opportunity to crush the Count, that way he won't be able to do this again. The Count thought, save me. In the next scene, Nadia said, you've already identified the location and size of the mine. Since the preparations are complete, we should start developing the mine immediately. Butler replied, yes, I agree, but we'll need a huge amount of funds to develop the mine. We currently lack the funds to start developing it right away. I thought we could get a loan from the Imperial Bank or an investment from someone wealthy. Nadia told him, but if we source the funds externally, we'll have to pay high interest or share part of our profits, so, use the money I brought. My dowry wasn't much, but it should be enough to cover the initial costs. Butler said, my lady, regarding the dowry issue I mentioned recently, it was my mistake due to the urgent situation. We have other ways, so please put away your key. Nadia thought, I thought you would be happy. Now what should I do? Nadia asked. Then how about I make an investment? We need an investor anyway, so I'll invest in this mine development. Later that night, Nadia thought, is it night already? When did time fly by like this? After discussing the mine development, I looked after Altair and took a quick nap. I remember that much. She wondered, when did I go to bed, and where is Altair? After some time, Altair came in and said, you're awake. You can sleep some more. Nadia replied, that's okay, but are you sure you should be moving around like this? Do your wounds no longer hurt? The physician said you might have a fever. If you do, you must take some medicine. Altair told her, I'm fine. I don't need the bandages anymore. I recover faster than normal people due to my aura, Nadia thought. So that's why everyone was so calm even after seeing his wounds, Altair said. I brought some ointment. Nadia thought, is it for his wounds? She said, here, let me apply it for you. I'm sure it would be uncomfortable to do it yourself. Take off your shirt and lie down on the bed. I'll do it. Altair thought, take off my shirt. After that, Nadia thought, I offered to do it, but why do I feel so strange? It must be really painful. I should apply some more, Altair said. Stop, I think that's enough. I'm really fine now. I don't think you should continue. So now it's your turn. Nadia replied, but I'm not hurt. Altair said, you have marks here on your wrist, Nadia said, but this will just go away by itself. Altair told her, no, let me apply some. Nadia thought, I need to hold still, but it tickles so much. Why is he so close? I feel as if we'll touch each other right away. And why is my heart beating so fast? I don't know why, but I'm no longer scared of him. Then she said, my lord. Altair asked, are you still calling me that? You're my wife. What kind of wife calls her husband that? Nadia said, if you'd like me to call you something in particular, I'll do that. I thought about it, but no matter how hard I think, I can't figure it out, Altair said. Think of your parents and what they did. That should easily give you an answer. Nadia thought, my parents, they always kept their manners when calling each other. That's the ideal way in the capital. Come to think of it, they used other names when it was just the two of them. But I wonder if Altair would like such names. Nadia asked, I thought about what my parents did. But do you really want to be called that kind of name? Altair replied, Of course. It's normal for married couples. You should also call me that from now on. Nadia said, Then. Okay. My cupcake, Altair thought. What? Cherry candy, honeybee, pudding, out of these, which would you like me to call you? Altair asked, Did your parents really call each other that? Nadia replied, Yes, on personal occasions, they found it comfortable, Altair said. How is that comfortable? My parents called each other by name. Nadia thought, I can't imagine blurting out the name of a villain in a novel. Just thinking about it is awkward. Altair continued. It's certainly better than cupcake. From now on, call me by my name. Say it right now. Nadia replied, But I haven't even practiced, then thought. His eyes are saying, Say it right now. Fine, I'll do it. Then she said, Lord Altair. Altair responded, Seriously, I'm not your boss. Just, Altair, is fine. Or are you not going to give me permission? I also want to call you by your name. Nadia thought, Altair, the budding villain, is agonizing because he wants to call me by my name. Then she replied, Of course you can. Why don't you practice calling me by my name? Altair said, I don't need to practice such a thing. Nadia thought, Oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm hearing him say my name. My heart feels ticklish. Altair continued, You want to know how I'd like you to act as my wife, don't you? Do you still believe you can do well, regardless of what it is? Nadia replied, Of course. Whatever it is, I'll do my best. Then she thought, He's too close. Altair told her, You don't even know what you'll end up facing, yet you reply with so much determination. In the next moment, Nadia thought, What is going on all of a sudden, this position? Altair said, Don't worry, I don't intend to do anything more today. You just need to share your warmth with me. I'm tired because I had to take care of troublesome issues. Nadia thought, He fell asleep. He must have been exhausted. This smell, it's the scent that covered me when I accidentally fell asleep before, so it was Altair's scent. Shortly after that, Altair wiped out the goblin habitat near the Monostone mine, and the development went into full swing. Rumors started to spread, and people from various regions began to gather. Most of the visitors were merchants who wished to obtain distribution rights. As a result, the Aylesford territory became busier than ever. Now, having dealt with so many visitors, I can see what our castle's biggest problem is. It's a labor shortage, Nadia thought. 3 servants are far too few to deal with so many guests. I'll have to find some workers before starting the castle renovation. We'll be getting lots of money from now on. The amount of monostone reserves discovered after the mine development was incredible. Plus, the purity of the stones was higher than that of standard monostones, so they'll be sold at an extremely high price. Altair is in charge of fine-tuning the supply conditions with the merchants, so I won't have to worry about that side of things. I should work hard to do my part. I'm in charge of renovating the castle and hiring new staff. Butler said, My lady, these are the resumes of servants hoping to be employed. Many have quite a lot of experience. In particular, I think you'll be very satisfied with this applicant. Nadia thought, This is Marie. She was my maid back home, who followed me wherever I went, even when I went from being the Marquis's beloved to a nuisance overnight. Only Marie treated me with the same kindness as before. Butler said, She used to work for Marquis Vine. I thought you would recognize her, so I set her resume aside. Nadia replied, Thank you. She's the only maid who wasn't cruel to me after my parents passed away. Butler thought, Cruel. Nadia said, So I would like to hire her. I know we have a history together, but she's a very competent maid. Butler replied, She'll be the first pick. Based on your judgment of her, I'll make her the head maid. Nadia said, Okay. I can't wait to see her again. Altair came and asked, Who are you looking forward to meeting so much? I heard you wanted to see me. Nadia thought, I asked Anna to deliver my entire message to him, but how strange, for some time now, my heart keeps pounding whenever I see him. He doesn't need to do that. I'm even more nervous now that it's just the 2 of us. Altair asked, So, what did you want to see me for? Nadia replied, I just wanted to get your permission. The Eastern nobles will soon be gathering, and the castle needs to be renovated before then. We also need some clothes. I wanted to get your permission before spending the funds. Altair stated, You don't need my permission for such things. You are in charge of taking care of the castle, so you don't need my approval for every little thing. Besides, we no longer have to worry about money." Nadia asked, "Does that mean a deal has been signed with a guild?" Altair replied, "Yes. I signed an exclusive supply agreement for the mana stones with the Silver Fox Guild. They offered 500 million gold as a down payment for exclusive rights." Nadia thought, wow. The Silver Fox Guild. After the Black Panther Guild, they're the second largest guild. Altair continued. The profit will be shared 80/20ths, with us receiving 80%, so it's a very good deal. Nadia said, "That's wonderful news," then thought, "At this rate, everyone in Aylesford will have a better life, just like back home." Altair said, "It's all thanks to you. I really have no idea what's inside that small head of yours, but thank you very much. As the Lord of Aylesford, I sincerely thank you." Nadia thought, "I can't believe Altair just thanked me." In the novel, he was a fearsome villain who ended people's lives without blinking an eye, but the Altair I've seen and gotten to know is so different from the villain in the novel. Altair asked, "When will you get the clothes made?" After some conversation, Nadia thought, "Why is he looking at me like that? Is there something else he needs to say? Maybe I'm mistaken, but this feels way too close." Suddenly, they heard the Count's voice. "Please meet with me," Altair said. "It's him again." "Well, the Count wishes to see me, so a mere baron like myself must oblige. Shall we go?" After that, Altair asked, "What is all the commotion for?" "It's a pleasure to see you, my lord. What brings you to this humble territory?" The Count replied, "No one speaks that way about your land." Altair responded, "I suppose you don't remember. That's how you described this place 5 years ago, and recently as well." The Count said, "If you're upset about that, allow me to apologize. I was a fool. Please forgive me. My territory needs your help. At this rate, the griffins will tear up our vineyards, and this year's harvest will be destroyed. If they're not gotten rid of right away, we won't be able to harvest the fruit we supply to the imperial family." Altair said, "I'm sorry to hear about the situation, but I recently suffered a severe injury while slaying a dragon. Why don't you hire some mercenaries?" The Count replied, "I already did, but no one skilled enough to face the griffins. You are my only hope. Please help me." Altair asked Nadia, "What do you think? Should I accept and help the Count?" "I'll do whatever you say." Nadia thought, "Why is he suddenly asking for my opinion?" The Count said, "My lady, please forget how rude I was in the past. Allow me to apologize." Nadia thought, "The arrogant Count is begging on his knees. People are watching us. They're merchants who travel throughout the empire, so rumors will soon spread." Altair stated, "Seeing how you are apologizing, I guess I have no choice. For the sake of your reputation, I'll accept your request. I'm sure my wife has the same opinion." The Count said, "That would be greatly appreciated. I will be sure to compensate you generously." Altair said, "Yes, I expect you will, just as you promised. After all, I am taking on a case that no one else will accept. Why don't you give me part of your vineyard shares?" Nadia thought, "My goodness, Altair is so amazing. He was really able to obtain a stake in the vineyard. The monsters just happened to appear at the perfect moment, and Altair and the butler acted like they had expected this. No matter how I look at it, I'm sure Altair planned all of this." In the novel, Altair was a character who only wielded power, but this time he sought revenge so elegantly. How impressive. After that, Altair asked, "Are you not satisfied with the way I handled things? I can't stand being mistreated, and I don't like anyone messing with my family either. I'm aware that it's not the most elegant way, but that is who I am. If you are disappointed, it can't be helped. I won't sit back and watch when it comes to protecting my people." Nadia replied, "I am not disappointed. I am so happy. Watching you corner the Count like that was very satisfying. Are you disappointed in me, by any chance, because I am not an elegant wife like you expected?" Altair said, "Nonsense." Nadia thought. He laughed. "It's an awkward smile, but it's not bad. Actually, it's rather nice." Shortly after, the Count transferred a stake of his vineyard, and Aylesford had a new guest. A fashion designer said, "I brought the finest fabrics and items trending in design from the capital." Nadia noticed that all of the samples on display were women's clothing. She said, "By the way, I wanted to custom order clothes for Altair. after a conversation between Altair and the designer, Nadia thought. So Altair had these female outfits prepared, but why? Altair asked. How about you pick something from there? Nadia replied. That's not it. I called the dressmaker today because I wanted to have an outfit made for you. Altair replied. I don't need clothes, I already have enough. Nadia said. But if you put it like that, I don't need new clothes either. Altair replied. You and I are different. The fashion designer thought, at this rate, I might not even sell a single outfit. Then she said, what a lovely couple you are, my lady. Why don't you select an outfit today, and then choose attire for his lordship on the day of your fitting? After that, she said, my lady, you have such a tiny waist. In that case, what do you think about this design? Nadia thought, I have never worn something so fancy, even when I was little. Now it's time for the next. After trying on so many clothes, Nadia thought, I can't believe what just happened. I ordered a whopping 13 dresses. I have never bought this many clothes, not even when my parents were alive. Altair asked, what is the matter? Is there something you wanted but didn't tell me? Nadia replied, I think I ordered far too many. I didn't need to be so extravagant. Altair told her, extravagance is when you spend money that you can't afford to spend. We can afford it, and you are the one who deserves to enjoy it. Nadia thought, this is how much he cares for me. Altair continued, you must have worn fancier clothes in the capital. I was not able to order any clothes for you before due to Aylesford's financial difficulties, but now there is no need to hold back. Nadia thought, he has no idea that Marquis Vine's family considered me a nuisance. It's true that everyone in my family led an extravagant life, but I was the only exception. Altair said, I was not able to send much of a bride dowry before, but now that the situation has improved here, I should show my appreciation to the Marquis. Nadia thought, what in the world is he saying? Back in time, her uncle had said, that damned Aylesford, I get that he's poor, but how could he not pay a single cent for the bride dowry? He had also said, Nadia, you fail to contribute to the family even when you're getting married. You can't even make back the money we spent on you. Nadia thought, he clearly said that, but Altair is saying that he sent a bride dowry. Altair continued, actually, I asked for a stake in the orchard with the bride dowry in mind. It is a bit late, but if I give the stake to Marquis Vine, Nadia replied, no, I don't think my uncle would want that, so don't worry about the bride dowry. Altair said, but I don't feel good about it. Nadia thought, he must find my reaction strange. After all, what woman would be against her husband giving wealth to her family? But I can't have my uncle taking any of Aylesford's wealth. After that, Marie came and introduced herself. She had served Lady Nadia since her childhood. Altair spoke. Then you must know very well about the situation with House Vine and the Baroness. There is something I must hear from you. Marie thought, this man is Lady Nadia's husband. Unlike the rumors that say he is ugly, he looks like a Greek god, but I feel like I'm standing in front of a beast. Altair said, from now on, I would like you to answer my questions honestly. Marquis Vine, did he really cherish his niece? Marie thought, why is he suddenly asking this? Of course, there are many things I would like to say about the horrific things the Marquis did to her ladyship. But can I trust him? If he finds out the Marquis mistreated her ladyship, then her position in Aylesford may be at risk. Then she replied, I apologize. Altair stated, you are being much more prudent than I expected. It might not have helped me much, but I must say it is a positive trait in a servant. I plan to make you the head lady in waiting. Marie asked, but I am still young and inexperienced. Altair replied, I could have someone older and more experienced take on the role, but the Baroness is too good-hearted to control such a person. She could be swayed by her. So, you are actually the best person for the job. Take good care of the Baroness, assist her so she is not overstrained, and handle the household affairs well. Marie thought, I can feel his affection for her ladyship, if he is like this. Then she said, if you have time to invest in Lady Nadia, I mean, her ladyship, I request that you look into a ring called Cassandra's Smile. Altair thought, Cassandra's Smile. In the next scene, a maid said, Lady, come over here. Nadia thought, Altair has prepared a gift for me. What could it be? Seeing how he prepared it in the garden, maybe it's flowers. but Altair and flowers don't go well together. The next moment, Marie spoke. I am very glad to greet you like this here, to serve you again. It is like a dream. My lady, Nadia thought. My goodness, this is the best gift, Marie said. Lord Altair seems to care about you very much. He insisted that I stay by your side and assist you. Nadia thought, Altair really seems to be respecting me, his wife, these days. Then she replied, the Lord is actually very kind to me. Recently, he brought me lots of clothes and even praised me, saying I was doing well, and he gave me permission to manage the castle as I wish. He also checks if I am eating well. At first, Marie thought, that's good, her ladyship is really being loved, but then she thought, the more I hear, the less he sounds like a husband, and the more it sounds like he is raising a child. Marie asked, my lady, you and his lordship have not experienced it yet. Nadia asked, what do you mean? Marie continued, well, I noticed you haven't mentioned anything about your conjugal relationship. Nadia said, what are you saying? What if someone hears you? Marie told her, my lady, your conjugal relationship is very important for leading a happy, stable marriage. Nadia thought, I am aware of my duties as a noblewoman, so, what I have been talking to Altair about all this time, it actually means that. Marie asked, are you sleeping in separate rooms? What was your first night together like? Nadia replied, I passed out during the wedding ceremony, so nothing happened. Marie said, pardon, nothing happened. Then she thought, good heavens. Then she said, this is unacceptable, my lady, I understand you are naive, but no man can simply sleep when he is in bed with a cute, beautiful bride like you. It looks like special measures will be necessary. I have my ways, leave it to me. Nadia thought, is it really okay to trust Marie? In the next scene, Nadia spoke, wait, you want me to wear this? I'm afraid. Marie told her, my lady, it is a very ordinary nightgown, besides, it looks so good on you, it would be your loss not to wear it. Nadia asked, but how can anyone sleep wearing such an uncomfortable and breezy nightgown? Marie replied, comfort doesn't matter. You'll be taking it off anyway. Nadia thought, what? Marie continued, my lady, it is normal for a husband and wife to sleep together, it's nothing to be scared about, you must bear an heir. Nadia thought, right, there is the issue of an heir, if Altair married me because he wants an heir, I want to do my best, after all, Aylesford and Altair have given me so much, but still, when she asked, isn't this a bit too explicit? Marie replied, my lady, I gave him a special dish for his stamina, so I'm sure he got the message. Nadia thought, what? So Altair already knows. On the other hand, Altair asked, what is all this? The chef replied, food sent by her ladyship, she prepared dishes that are all good for men. Altair thought, the chef's eyes are particularly bright today, anyway, have I really been looking that tired? It's the first time someone has cared for me since I was a child, I suppose I made her worry. After that, Nadia thought, Marie, this is bad, I have been waiting for a long time. But Altair still isn't here. Suddenly, Altair came and asked, wait, what is this? Nadia thought, why is he so flustered? Did he know everything? I am so embarrassed. Then she said, food that is good for stamina was served for your dinner, so I thought you knew. Altair spoke, so, if what I ate means what I think it does. Nadia said, I found out the answer to what kind of wife you expect me to be. Marie told me that you married me because you want an heir. So the thing we didn't do on our first night, let's do it today. Altair stated, you're right. This is the kind of wife I expected. I had to get married because I urgently need an heir, so regardless of my wife's circumstances, I was going to do what I had to do to achieve my goal. But how strange, if I reach out like this, I can get whatever I want, yet here I am in front of you, and I don't want to force anything at all, so you don't need to do anything. You don't want to just to fulfill your duties as a wife. I can wait until you're ready. Nadia said to him, I don't know why you think I'm not ready. Altair replied, because everyone is encouraging you, and you can't refuse. Nadia spoke, I don't get swayed by other people when it comes to such decisions, this is purely my own decision and judgment. Then she thought, it's not because I think Altair is a bad person, on the contrary, I am ready. Why is he not saying anything? Does he still not believe me? Then she said, I really mean it, I want us to be a proper husband and wife, and also to have a child. The next moment, Altair started kissing her, Nadia thought. So suddenly, Altair spoke. Do you really understand this situation? Nadia replied, if I didn't, I couldn't have waited for you dressed like this. Altair asked, but you're still shaking, even now. Nadia replied, because the situation is a bit different now. If I'm really scared, I'll give you a signal. We can decide on a code together. For example, if I say, cherry candy, then it means this situation is really scary for me. Altair asked that again. Well, let's do that if you wish. I'm fine with anything. How about now? Is it cherry candy? Nadia replied. No, then thought. I'm not scared one bit. The next morning, Nadia thought. Why is my body aching like this? Come to think of it, yesterday, I used muscles I had never used before. Then she noticed. Altair is here. Altair asked. Why are you surprised? Nadia said. I didn't know you were next to me. Altair replied. I am not a brute who spends the night with his wife and then leaves her alone. How do you feel? Nadia replied. I'm okay. I'm just a bit sore, Altair said. Then I'll call the physician, right? Nadia spoke quickly. No, I'm really fine. Didn't you say the dressmaker is coming today? Then she thought. I can't tell him that I'm aching all over because I spent my first night with my husband. Wow, he has good muscles. She asked, are you getting fitted today as well? Altair replied. Do I have to? I don't care what I wear. I'm not used to dressing nicely. Nadia said, you shouldn't give up enjoying nice things just because you're not used to it. You must value yourself. And I also want to have some fun. I want to enjoy seeing my husband in nice clothes. After that, Blanc asked, my lord, your hand's not moving. Then he thought, he's spacing out. Unbelievable, of course. I can guess why. Then he asked, did something happen with her ladyship yesterday? Altair replied, no. Blanc said, so something really did happen. Altair stated, forget it. What brings you here this early in the morning? Are you here for a duel? Blanc thought, I'll get in trouble if I tease him anymore, and then said, I found out who owns the ring you spoke of last time. There was a count who bought the ring a few years ago at an auction. A famous auctioneer in the capital purchased it from a young painter there. Altair asked, how did such a man have a rare pink diamond ring in his possession? Blanc replied, it was Marquis Vine's niece who gave the ring to him. In other words, it was her ladyship, but I failed to find out why she gave it to him. The painter refused to talk, saying his livelihood would be cut off. Altair thought, why would Nadia? Then he said, first, I would like to buy that ring and make it discreet. Blanc said, if they ask for a ridiculous price. Altair stated, well, scaring them a bit might help. On the other hand, Nadia thought, normally, noblewomen have their gemstones passed down from their ancestors, but I even sold the keepsake my mother handed down to me. I'm sure she would understand that I had no other choice. Altair came and asked, there's something I want to ask you. It's not like me to keep questions to myself. I could do some digging and get the answer, but I would like to hear it directly from you. You know a painter named Dillion, don't you? Nadia thought, how does Altair know that name? Altair asked, and this ring? You must know about this too. Nadia asked, how did you get that ring? Altair replied, I purchased it, fair and square. I tracked its history, found a painter, and also found out that you were the one who gave it to him. Nadia said, he promised he would keep it a secret. Altair stated, I heard it is a valuable item handed down for generations in your mother's family. Why did you give it to him? Don't tell me, was he your lover? Nadia replied, my love, it's not like that. I had a reason. Altair said, if a noblewoman gave her family treasure as a gift to a young man, anyone would think the same. Nadia said, that's why Dillion promised to keep it secret. Altair stated, unfortunately, his lips were not sealed when I showed him my sword. Nadia thought, no, there's no need to be scared. The man in front of me is not the villain Altair from the novel. The Altair I know is someone who will understand me if I explain the situation. Then she said, Dillion is a good man. He helped me when I was in a difficult situation. Altair asked, so you gave him the ring to thank him? Nadia replied, no, that's not why. Dillion simply sold my ring for me, that's all. Altair asked, but why did you sell a valuable ring that was handed down for generations? Nadia replied, Because I urgently needed money for my parents' funeral and their burial plots. Altair asked, what, shouldn't the current Marquis be responsible for the previous Marquis and Marchioness's funerals? The Vine family must have a family burial site, don't they? Nadia replied, yes, that is what I had hoped, but my uncle said, I'm sorry to tell you this when you're so young, but my brother and his wife, your parents, don't have the right to be buried in the family burial site, because your parents brought significant losses to the family. Do you know how much family wealth your father lost because he got conned? He even gambled. It's hard to believe, but it's the truth. Your father was a gambler. So, if you wish to give your parents a funeral, bring me money to use the burial site. I'm sure your mother's ring would get you some money if you sold it. If you do that, I won't expose their wrongdoing to the public. That is what happened. She continued, that is just what my uncle said. My parents would never have done such a thing, but because my uncle had already taken over the family, I had no choice but to listen to him. I wanted to fight back, but the manor's servants, as well as the nobles, were already on the side of my cunning uncle. Plus, the servants saw me as the daughter of the man who almost brought the family to ruin, so they treated me like a criminal. She added, if word got out that the Baroness sold her jewelry from before she got married, I know it would become a family scandal. I'll make sure to take care of it somehow, but please know that I'm telling you the truth. I'm sure it's hard for him to believe, but I hope at least Altair will believe me. I'm used to being hated now, but why is it that I don't want Altair to treat me that way? Altair spoke, so that's why you wanted to find the ring. First, I think it's only right for it to be returned to its original owner. Second, loosen up, I'll make sure to handle this issue. The minute you and I got married, this issue became our problem, so I have a right to get involved. Don't you think so? Nadia thought, so he believes me. Altair continued, I will help you, so you just focus on the Eastern Union of Nobles gathering. Nadia thought, he said it's our problem. Someone sharing the heavy burden I have always had on my shoulders, so this is what it means to be married. In the next scene, Marie spoke, I have prepared everything on one side of the garden, just as you requested. Nadia thought, since Altair has given me his trust, I also want to be a respectable baroness who does her duties to her husband and Aylesford. After some time, Nadia thought, a trustworthy knight holding a teacup, how adorable is that, but this won't be enough practice. To practice conversing with nobles ahead of the Eastern Union of Nobles gathering, I wanted to have tea time with the knights as a rehearsal. Kane spoke, I almost forgot. Since your ladyship invited us to tea time, we'll invite you to a festival next time. A festival will soon be held in the village. There are many monsters in the vicinity, so we pray to the heavens to protect us from them. I'm certain it will be lots of fun. His lordship has never attended, saying it's too noisy, but... Then he thought, wait, this aura. Nadia thought, when did he get here? And for some reason, he looks upset. Altair stated, take it. Both of them thought, goodness gracious. Nadia thought, flowers, all of a sudden, but why? Kane said, wow, I thought such things only happened in plays. Altair looked at them, and Kane continued, we'll be going now, please enjoy your time together. After that, Nadia said, thank you. This bouquet is so pretty. Altair kissed her on the forehead. Nadia asked, what are you doing all of a sudden? Altair replied, it's because you smiled. Nadia thought, you can't startle me like this. I feel like my heart is going to explode. Altair thought, she's so lovely. Then he remembered the butler's words, my lord, I know it's none of my business, but I still thought I should tell you. It has to do with her ladyship. Recently, while talking to her, I heard something slightly strange. She referred to Marie as the only maid who did not mistreat her. I couldn't get it out of my head. Perhaps her ladyship had a more difficult life at the Marquis's house than we would have suspected. Altair had responded, that's enough. She gave me an overview of what's been going on. The butler said, it seems her ladyship really trusts you. Altair replied, of course. I'm her husband, and it seems you dared to cross the line. You know better than anyone else the duties of a servant. The butler responded, her ladyship crossed the line first. She's been considering the people of Aylesford as family. That's the very reason I could cross the line as well. Then there are events held. Her ladyship is truly a good person. Now she's become someone we can no longer overlook in Aylesford. Back in the present, Nadia thought, why is he staring at me like that? Then she asked, "If you wanted to join for afternoon tea, you should have told me." After some conversation, Altair said, "Boring, I mean, me. I'm not good with words, and I speak in a stern manner." Nadia replied, "Me too, I'm not good with words, that's why, even when my parents were alive, I always avoided social events. I had no idea you worried about the same thing, but I met someone in the same shoes, and that person happens to be my husband, so, it's great." Altair asked, "It's great that I'm not good with words," Nadia said. "Of course, because we can rely on each other if we have the same concerns. To be honest, these tea times were a rehearsal. Don't you want to practice together?" Altair replied, "No, I do. Let's practice together, so, have afternoon tea with me every day." Nadia thought, "I've never had it every day, but since Altair is making a suggestion for the first time in a while." Altair continued, "Just act as you normally do when dealing with other nobles. There's no need to try hard. That should be enough for you to be liked because you are a good person." Nadia asked, "I'm a good person?" Altair replied, "Yes. Actually, you're too good to everyone in Aylesford, including myself. You are a good person." Nadia thought, "I never imagined I'd hear something like this from Altair. When I lived with my uncle, I felt extremely insignificant, but here in Aylesford, everyone makes me feel like I'm a decent person. If I keep hearing words like that, I want to live up to those expectations. Nevertheless, I want to try. I want to do a good job for Aylesford." Soon after, the Eastern Union of Nobles was finally near. On the day of the Eastern Union of Nobles gathering, Valhall thought, while stupid Altair was devoting himself to hunting monsters, I was busy exercising a firm grip over the Eastern nobles. A noble's privilege is decided by their influence in high society. If it's in high society, I'm not afraid of going up against Altair. Everyone was talking about Altair. The nobles chatted, "If Altair is attending, then we'll be able to see his skills in the hunting competition. I heard he even discovered a monostone mine recently." Valhall thought, "Why are they suddenly showing interest in Altair? I can't let things continue like this. I'll badmouth Altair right here on the spot." The noble ladies said, "Look over there, what a fancy carriage, look at those high-quality decorations." Valhall thought, "Did Prince Orca arrive?" Nadia came out of the carriage, and the nobles wondered, "Who is she?" Valhall also thought, "Who is that beauty? I've never seen her before. Who brought her here? Only Count Carson would be able to afford a carriage like that. If she's that old man's mistress, I could make her mine." The next moment, Altair also appeared, and the nobles chatted. Then the lady must be Baron Altair's wife. Valhall thought, "That woman is Altair's wife. That's impossible. I undoubtedly thought she would be ugly and disabled. I'll have to change my plans. Originally, I was going to kill her, but if she's that desirable of a woman, then I must take a different approach." Nadia thought, "Why is everyone staring at me? It's giving me chills, but I'll try my best to smile." Altair told her, "There's no need to be so tense. I'll protect you, so don't worry." Nadia thought, "What is he looking at, that man? He's making me feel strange." Altair said, "I overlooked the fact that it can be cold in the woods. I'll have Kane bring a coat right away." Nadia replied, "No, it's not because I'm cold," but she thought, "Still, it feels wonderful that someone considers me so dear." After that, Nadia noticed something unusual and thought, "What is going on? Why is everyone?" That's the imperial coat of arms. That means the owner of this carriage is Prince Orca. The prince had always stepped away from power. He was a feeble prince with no presence, but in reality, Orca used his illness as an excuse to wander around the country and discreetly gather power. Eventually, he incited a rebellion and rose to the apex of power. He was an ingenious strategist. Here he is, standing before me. Somehow, he's different from what I imagined. Did he smile at me? No, he couldn't have. The prince approached and said, "Baron, I heard from the count that you were here. It is nice to meet you. I have been wanting to meet you for some time, because I am like this. I like strong-willed people." Nadia thought, "Someone from the royal family is greeting us first. He isn't authoritative and has a pleasant demeanor, so, this is Orca's strength. This is how he won over the countryside nobles." The prince continued, "I hear the Aylesford barony is undergoing a lot of changes these days. I also heard it offers beautiful nature." Nadia thought, He's saying he wants to be invited to the barony in a very noble manner. Altair seemed to have understood. At this rate, they'll be in confrontation forever. Then she said, "Please come whenever you wish, it would be a great honor to welcome you." The prince replied, "I appreciate this offer, I will remember your kindness, I'll excuse myself for now and see you again a bit later." After that, Nadia thought, that was my first time talking for so long with royalty. I wonder if I conducted myself properly as the Lady of Aylesford. Suddenly, Valhale spoke, "I finally get to see the bride. How could you do this, Altair? We're cousins. My apologies for not attending the wedding. He got married without telling any of his relatives, so I'm only just getting to greet you now." Nadia thought, this is the man I made eye contact with before. Valhale asked, "Will you not accept my greetings?" Nadia replied, "Of course I will." I was just startled, and thought, why is he touching my hand like that? Altair stated, "Get your smelly hand off of her." Then he said, "Let's go. No need to deal with him." Nadia spoke, "But he's your relative." Then thought, "I think he has his eyes on you." Altair said, "I'll take care of him, so don't worry, just focus on enjoying the event and socializing with people." Nadia thought, is he saying I must start socializing with all these people? Okay. Let's smile, and she said, "Hello," to everyone. They all responded, "Nice to meet you." The conversation had started, Nadia thought, fortunately, I don't think I've gotten on their bad side, everyone is friendly, it must be due to the mana stone mine and getting rid of the dragon. Until this moment, the Eastern Union of Nobles gathering was definitely going smoothly without any issues, but why did this suddenly happen? How exactly did this happen? I was clearly talking with the other wives, bewildered by all the things I was hearing for the first time about the barony. The Eastern noblewomen had started to talk about hunting. "Shall we set out hunting now? Everyone remembers that I captured a deer last season," one of them said. Another added, "The countess who hosted today's gathering captured a bear and a lion." Nadia thought, wow, that's amazing. One of them asked, "What about you, my lady? I'm sure you must have captured a bear or two in the capital. I mean, you are the wife of the dragon slayer. I'm sure you caught something bigger than a bear. You probably captured a lion." Nadia thought, noblewomen catching bears and lions, do Eastern nobles joke about things like this? Fine, I'll join the bluffing party too, she then said, of course. Lions are a piece of cake. Until this point, I had thought the noblewomen were just bluffing. But when a bear actually showed up in the hunting grounds, the noblewomen, who had all successfully hunted before, seemed to look at me with high expectations, wanting to see my skills. Nadia thought, it's too late to back out now, please don't miss, this isn't going to be good, so I ended up alone with the bear. What do I do? It's getting closer. I'm not going to die like this. No, I can't die here. I need to stab the bear in its vital points somehow. I did it. But it's impossible for a bear to go down just because I stabbed it in the eye. No, don't tell me there's another bear nearby. The prince asked, "Are you all right?" Nadia thought, so the prince threw a dagger at the bear. The prince continued, "You must have been very startled. I coated the dagger in poison, so the bear won't wake up, you can relax. How brave you are. If you're from the capital, you must not be used to this kind of hunting. Yet you came all by yourself to capture a bear." Nadia replied, "I had no idea hunting was like this in the East, and I didn't come alone." Then she thought, that's odd, the prince is clearly friendly, but when I think about how he was a villain in the novel, even his smile creeps me out. The prince asked, "How strange, are you scared of me? I don't believe I've done anything yet." Nadia thought, was it that obvious? Then she replied, "I'm not scared." The prince told her, "I was joking. Shall we return now? I'll escort you to the event venue." After some time, a noble lady asked, "You're safe? I was about to go and search for you with the knights." Nadia replied, "I'm fine. His Highness happened to be passing by, and he found me and helped me." The noble lady said, "I'm so relieved, your clothes are soiled, so I think you should get changed first. I've set up a small tent nearby, so you can change there. I'll tell your maid to bring you your clothes." Nadia replied, "Thank you for your consideration, madam." The maid came and spoke, "My lady, it would not be good if the host is away for too long. Allow me to escort her ladyship to the tent." Nadia said, "It's okay. You're the host, so you must tend to your guests. The maid responded, Yes, please allow me to escort you. After that, Nadia thought, That's strange, she set up a tent in such a remote place. Maybe the maid is lost. The maid spoke, This way, my lady, please go inside and rest, your maid will bring you your clothes. Nadia thought, Why did I doubt her? I was just too startled before. I'll unwind inside and wait for Marie. Then Valhale spoke, You're finally here, Baroness. Nadia thought, What is that man doing here? Valhale stated, I have been waiting for you. Like this video. Hit the like button and subscribe for more videos.